Hey there guys, welcome back to United Brothers. I'm Robert, and so today we're going to be doing my 2015 PS3 collection update. And so here we go, let's get started. So the first game I got for my PS3 collection, I started my PS3 collection in 2009 when I got mine. This is Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection, and oh my gosh, was this like the best game ever. I was so thrilled to be able to play all my old favorite Genesis games on one disc. It was such a cool thing. They had all these cool interviews with the people that made like Sonic and some of the other good games like Ultra Beast and everything that you know. And holy crap though, everything was in HD and all kinds of arcade games were on this disc too. So I mean, find this, pick this up immediately. Don't even hesitate. Awesome game. So the next one's gonna be kind of repetitive. All of them actually for the next little bit are. So the first one right here is gonna be Guitar Hero 3: Legends of Rock. This game came out pretty much for every single console possible. This was the PS3's very first Guitar Hero, and if I can remember right, this actually has the hardest Guitar Hero song of all time on this disc. So I played this one quite a bit. This game's actually a lot of fun. You can still play any of them today because Guitar Hero is just awesome. And yeah, so let's move on. Next game I have here is Guitar Hero World Tour, and so technically this is Guitar Hero 4, but they just call it Guitar Hero World Tour for some reason. But this game I played a little bit of. I haven't played this one enough to really explain like every good moment I had in it, but it definitely, like I said, any of them are just going to have more songs and you can have a good time with them, so that's a good game. Next game I have here is one I don't really care for that much. I'm not a big Aerosmith fan, but this is Guitar Hero Aerosmith. As you can see, it's worth so much money. That was from 4 years ago. So right here, this game has all the Aerosmith songs. There's only like one or two I even will tolerate to listen to. I know I sound terrible by saying that, but I'm not a big fan of it. But I got it because this is part of the Guitar Hero collection. Next game we have here, Guitar Hero 5. A lot of people actually were kind of disappointed with this one. I guess the songs weren't that good. I played a little bit of it. I haven't gotten around to doing the rest of it, but so far I'm just gonna say it's another Guitar Hero. I don't really have an opinion on it. The next one right here, this one is definitely awesome. I absolutely love this one. Guitar Hero Metallica. This game is probably one of my favorite Guitar Heroes, even though I'm one of those people that can only play on medium. I still have a good time with it though. Awesome game, plenty of great songs. You can't go wrong with Metallica. Next one I have here, I actually really like this one. This one is Guitar Hero Van Halen for the PS3. This is one of the last ones that they came out with before Warriors of Rock. And just so you guys have a little update, the reason why Guitar Hero ended in 2010 was because they were pumping out too many games. And think about it, I think they had close to 5 games out in 2009, and $60 a piece, people could not afford to buy all those games, and so that's why they went under. So the next one I have here is Guitar Hero Smash Hits. This is a little bit harder one to find, and like I said, same year it came out in 2009, just like Van Halen. This is another one of those ones that people couldn't afford to get. Pretty rare game. I actually really like this one. This has all the good songs from every other game. So if you guys can find this one, definitely pick this up. It's starting to get a little difficult to locate. Next game I have here was the last real Guitar Hero. This is Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. This game is absolutely spectacular. You know, if you guys can find one and with the guitar, definitely pick this one up, because even though the new Guitar Hero came out, it's not the same button layout anymore, and if you like the traditional stuff, definitely pick this one up if you can. You cannot go wrong. And the very last one I have here is kind of that weird oddball, and I actually haven't gotten around to playing it yet, so I don't have an opinion on it, but this is actually Band Hero for the PS3. This was made by the same people that make Guitar Hero, so it actually technically is one of their games. But like I said, I haven't played it yet, so I don't have an opinion on it, so let's go ahead and move on. So the next game we have here is Devil May Cry for the PS3. Absolutely fantastic game. You cannot go wrong with this game. So much fun. If you like the Devil May Cry series, this is definitely a fun one. Super action based, just all kinds of madness. It was such a good game. Next game I have here, I actually really like this one, and you don't see many people playing it too much anymore. This is Twisted Metal for the PS3. This is the newest one they came out with. I think this one came out in 2011. This game was actually a lot of fun. The multiplayer was awesome when it was up, and the campaign was fun because you had 3 different stories you could play. Definitely pick this one up if you can find it. Next one I have here is Dead Rising 2. These games are actually really fun. I haven't actually gotten around to fully playing this yet, so I don't have a huge opinion on it, but I'm definitely excited to get going on that one. So it looks like it's gonna be a fun game. Next one I have here, I have played a little bit of it, and then you guys know my other host here on United Brothers actually has played this game almost fully. This is Metal Gear Rising. And this game is absolutely, just from what I've seen and the little bit I've played of it, it is just absolutely spectacular. It is so cool. The visuals are amazing. This really showed what the PS3 could do, and not a lot of games can do that. I definitely recommend picking this one up if you can find it. Awesome game. You cannot go wrong. Next game I have here, you know, it's kind of funny, my fiance kept telling me, hey, you need to get this game, because, you know, she's into the, you know, like medieval times. I'm not too much into it, but this is actually Skyrim for the PS3. This game, I've played a little bit of it. It's definitely interesting. It just doesn't really pique my interest like some people would, but I know from what I've seen, this is probably one of the best games you can get for medieval time kind of stuff. So definitely, it's just from what I've seen in the reviews, it's definitely a good game. I'm just, like I said, not into it that much. This one right here, that's coming up next, this is definitely one of my favorite games for PS3 that I had a lot of fun with. This is Mortal Kombat. I absolutely just love this game. I had a great time on it. The characters were fun. All kinds of wacky stuff could happen. It was just, and the final kills were just absolutely gruesome. So if you get these games, you know why you're getting them. It's just for the gore. But these games are so much fun to play. So definitely pick that one up. Next game I have here, this is definitely a really hard one to find for the PS3. I am very happy and fortunate that I found this one. This one's called Vanquish. Now, you guys looking at it, you guys think it's just some other, you know, generic first-person shooter. This game is absolutely spectacular. As you guys can see here, this is actually a Japanese-based shooter. This is third person. What's really cool, this is the fastest high-action pace like shooter I've ever played. Super good detail, a lot of fun, very fast, fluent gameplay. I have nothing to complain about this game. Definitely pick this one up if you can find it. Next one I have here, I'm very excited to play these. I've very soon. I'm hoping to bring all these to the channel for some reviews, but this is the Far Cry compilation. I am very happy I got this game. I am mostly out of all of these, I am super excited to play this one. This one, if you guys don't know, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon is like a really cool sci-fi 80s like spin-off kind of thing. It looks so much fun to play. Cannot wait. I have played Far Cry 3, and Far Cry 3 was an awesome game, so definitely pick this one up, especially for, you know, 20 bucks, why not? Next game I have up here, this was actually the very first racing game I got for the PS3. This is Grid. Now, Grid is actually one of the highest quality racing games you can play on PS3. There's all kinds of modes. You can play, you know, stock car racing, you can do drifting, you can do, you know, demolition derbies. This game was absolutely awesome. Had a great time on it, the ranking system, everything. This game is just absolutely brilliant. Pick that up if you can. Next one I have here, I actually just recently picked up, so I haven't played this one yet. This is actually Grid 2, so this is the next sequel in the series. I've heard this one's really good. I haven't played it yet, so I can't give you an opinion on it. Very excited to play that. Next game I have here, this is Minecraft for the PS3, and as you guys can see, it's still sealed. I have them on download, so I don't really open these, because you never know, maybe in the future they might be a little collectible, but I like this game a lot. You cannot go wrong with Minecraft. You have to have it on a console or your computer, whatever you do. It's one of those games you have to own. Next one I have here, I had tons of hours in this game, and I still do. Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, if you play on any of the older generation consoles or new ones, if you do not have this game, you don't know what you're missing out on. I've played this for about a year and a half before the PS4 version came out, and this game is just absolutely spectacular no matter what platform you're on. Definitely pick this up. Like I said in the other video, this is definitely the best $60 investment you can do for your collection. Next one I have here is for that very unfortunate failed invention, the PlayStation Move. This is Sports Champions. Now, this looks like just, you know, kind of a Wii Sports knockoff. It's actually very different. It was actually a lot of fun. It was pretty responsive controls, but as you guys know, the Move did not do that well. It was kind of rushed and no one really wanted to pick it up, so definitely a fun game. If you want to get it for a couple bucks, they're very cheap now. This one right here is definitely in my top 10 favorite PS3 games of all time. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. This game is absolutely spectacular. I had so many hours, so much fun with this game. You can play with all your friends, and the fact that at the time, I still have my Vita, but at the time though, this came with the cross-buy, and as you guys can see here, you got a free copy for the PS Vita, and what's cool about it is you guys could actually rank up on the go or at home. So either way, your rank would be the same, and you could level up everything. It was spectacular. I love this game. Next game I have here, this is actually Wolfenstein. So this is the 2008 release one. This game was a lot of fun to play. I mean, I played it actually last year, so it's pretty recently played. I had so much fun with this game. If you can find this, it's getting rare to find now. Definitely pick it up. This is an awesome game to add to your collection. So the next game I have here, guys, this is Call of Duty 3 for the PS3. So this Call of Duty actually has kind of a funny story behind it. So Activision at the time was only given 8 months to make this game. And this game actually turned out to be a lot better than you'd think for that short of a production time. I mean, for the fact that they got as much of a game into here as they could in that short amount of time frame, I gotta give them credit for. A lot of critics didn't like this game that much, but I don't mind it at all. Definitely a good game. It's pretty hard to find now, but if you find it, you know, add it to your collection, why not? Next game I have here, this is Call of Duty 4 Advanced Warfare. This game came out in 2007, and this was, holy crap, it like completely lost focus there the entire time.
It's fine.
Restart.
It would've...
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Try one more time.
Autofocuses.
Okay. 3, 2. Okay. Okay. So the next game I have here in my collection, guys, this is Call of Duty 3 for the PS3. This game right here actually has kind of a funny story behind it. This game actually only was given an 8-month time frame to be developed. So Activision had a really strain to get this one out, and the fact that they got as much of a game on here as they did, I gotta give them a lot of credit for. This one I actually offered the first like real huge multiplayer online. A lot of people like this game. I don't mind it. It's still a little bit before I play Call of Duty, but good game. Next game I have here, this game has kind of changed everything in Call of Duty. This was Call of Duty 4 Advanced Warfare. Unfortunately, I didn't get this when it was brand new. I got this about 2 years later, and you know, added it to my collection, and it was a lot of fun to play. Tons of people were still online. Unfortunately, now it has finally died. No one's on this game anymore, but trust me, this was definitely what changed the entire like layout of Call of Duty forever. Next game I have here, this was the last World War II game Call of Duty has made so far. This is Call of Duty World at War. This game was spectacular. I think some of the biggest achievements in this game was, you know, the co-op campaign, because no Call of Duty had done that really before when it comes to online. You guys all know this is where Nazi zombies had started. This is where the whole zombie thing with Call of Duty started, and I remember I played this when it was brand new. I've been playing zombies since it came out, and this game right here is definitely worth owning. Definitely pick that up if you can find it. So the next game I have here, this was actually the very first Call of Duty I actually like religiously played. This is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I absolutely loved this game. This game was a lot of fun to play at the time. It had really good graphics. I was really impressed with the gameplay. I could not complain about this game. Definitely picked that one up. The next one I have here, I'd say this is another huge game changer what Call of Duty did. So Treyarch and Activision teamed up to make Call of Duty Black Ops. This game came out in 2010. This game's quality and graphics comparison to, let's say, Modern Warfare series was pretty intense. I don't know quite what it was, but you know, Call of Duty's on the PS3 before this one had looked pretty gray, whereas this one was very vibrant, very fun. Had a great time on this game. Cannot complain. Pick that one up. Next one I have here is kind of a love-hate for everyone. This is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I actually personally myself really enjoyed this game. I remember picking this up. This game was absolutely fun to play. It had survival, it had multiplayer, that kind of stuff, and this game offered the most game modes than any other Call of Duty had done before, on online modes especially. So definitely fun game. You know, I don't know how many people are online anymore, definitely pick it up for your collection. This one right here is definitely going to go down as one of my favorite Call of Duties of all time. Definitely Black Ops 2 was the best Call of Duty on the PS3. This game really showed what the PS3 could do. It was a ton of fun. I put so many hours into this game. This was the first Call of Duty I actually got to Master Prestige on. Absolutely fantastic game. Definitely picked that one up. There's still a lot of people online on it. Next one I have here. This one is an absolute disgrace in my opinion. I absolutely hated Ghosts. Call of Duty Ghosts was probably the biggest flop for a COD I've ever played. I absolutely hated that. Like, just the storyline made no sense. The multiplayer felt like they took a step back from Black Ops 2. It just was not a good game. The aliens mode, I had a little bit of fun with once in a while, but it's just, they're trying to do a zombie thing, it just did not work very well. This game, definitely avoid. If you find it for, you know, 50 cents in a discount bin in a couple years and you just want to have it for the collection, go ahead, but do not waste money on this game. Next game I have here, for another genre, this is probably one of my favorite Need for Speeds of all time. This is Need for Speed Carbon. This game was the first one they did for the PS3. This game is absolutely fun to play, super spectacular. I probably played this 3 times over. You cannot get enough of this. This is like Need for Speed's prime right here. Love this game. Definitely pick that up if you can find it. Next one I have here, I also really enjoyed this one. This was Need for Speed Pro Street. This game was kind of different from the other ones, whereas this one was, you're kind of at a competition playing all kinds of different cars. Tons of fun. Cannot complain. Next one I have here, a lot of people didn't quite like this one. I actually had a lot of fun with it when I played it. This is Need for Speed Undercover. And you know, the PS3 version had a little bit of an issue compared to the 360, where like there's a couple times where the screen would really tear or you'd freeze up sometimes. But I had a ton of fun with this game. I liked it a lot, and you know, I can't complain about it. I'm glad I have it in my collection. Next one I have here, this is when Need for Speed tried doing a kind of a realistic tone, which was kind of fun to see them change up their game a little bit. This is Need for Speed Shift. This game came out in 2009. This game was tons of fun, so it's kind of like more of a simulator versus like the other Need for Speeds, which is like, you know, super fast, unrealistic. This game was a ton of fun. Definitely pick that one up. You will not complain about this. Shift is definitely a great game. Next one I have here, this one was actually probably the one I played the most on the PS3. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. This game was so much fun. At the time, you could go, you know, 4 racers against 4 cops, and you know, all these weapons used against each other. This game was just absolutely so much fun to play. I'm not quite sure if there's anyone online on it anymore, because this game came out about 6 years ago now, but this game is definitely worth your collection if you want to play it. Next game I have here, this one is probably one of the worst ones that's been rated ever before. This is Need for Speed The Run. At the time when I played it, I had a lot of fun with it, but a lot of people complained that you were just on pretty much just on rails. Everyone at this time was starting to get used to Need for Speed doing, you know, open world gameplay, whereas this one was just, you were on rails, you have to do exactly this. A lot of people didn't like it. I had fun with it at the time, but I'm not sure if I could play it again now. So that was definitely one I don't mind having in my collection, but I don't know, I really wouldn't pick this up if you don't really need to. Next game I have here, this game felt unfinished and kind of broken. This is Shift 2 Unleashed. As I say, kind of broken. It didn't feel quite right. It felt kind of clumsy with the controls. I found quite a few glitches in there by accident, and you know, there's a lot of screen tearing sometimes. Not a horrible game, but definitely don't spend a lot on it if you really want it. Next one I have here, I think this one was the best one on PS3 of all time. This is Need for Speed Most Wanted. This game everyone loved. Huge open world gameplay to it. Tons of fun. As you guys can see here, this one was actually compatible with the Move with that special steering wheel, and the funny thing is I actually own this and it works very, very well. So if you can find that steering wheel and you want this game, definitely try that out, you'll love it. And last but not least, this is the very last Need for Speed on PS3 they ever made. This is Need for Speed Rivals, and as you guys saw in my PS4 gameplay, PS4 video, I actually had that for the PS4 as well. I actually played this one fully and then got that for the PS4 as well because I wanted to see the graphic difference, and you know, I still had a lot of fun with this game. As I said before, being a racer really sucks. Being the cop is the best way to go because otherwise you're going to get really ticked off. But yeah, you know, this was definitely a good series of games and I had a lot of fun with it. Okay, so the next game I have in my collection here, this is the original BioShock. This game was a lot of fun. Very sketchy and creepy though. Holy crap, this game was like, at the time for me when I first played it, you know, I was like 14 years old. This game was very, very creepy compared to what I was used to. But I had a ton of fun with it. It was a really interesting like storyline, and you guys, I cannot complain. Definitely pick these up. These are a really cool series of games. And big surprise, the next game I have here is BioShock 2. This game came out around the time I got my PS3 in 2010. I played this one all the way through. This game was absolutely awesome. Cannot complain. It was really fun playing as the Big Daddy this time. And they actually made a really good story of it, and I love this game, so don't even get me started. Next game I have here, this is probably one of the, like I said, one of my other top 10 favorite PS3 games. This is BioShock Infinite for the PS3. This game, I can't even say enough good things about it. This game was absolutely spectacular. If this is the last BioShock they will ever do, this was a great way to leave off. This game was awesome. They changed the storyline up, and it worked so well. As you guys can see here, it worked with the PlayStation Move. I tried it. It was okay. Like I said, though, the PlayStation Move was just kind of a flop, and it's not worth investing the money in getting. But definitely an awesome game. Pick this one up for sure. Don't even hesitate. Next one I have here, these are extremely hard to find for the PS3 now. This is Blazing Angels, and this game was a lot of fun. This was actually my first flight game on the PS3. World War II flight game on the PS3, excuse me. This game you flew in third person or first, tons of fun. There was a lot of people online when I first got it. This game's quite old now, getting very hard to find, so pick it up if you can. Next one I have here, this is probably one of my rarest PS3 games. Blazing Angels 2 is actually a very hard game to find on here, especially in decent condition anymore. This game came out in 2009. This one was only third person only, and it was a little different. Between the two, I'd say Blazing Angels 1 had a better storyline, but Blazing Angels 2 was really, really good. Definitely pick that up if you can find it, because it's kind of getting collectible. Next game I have here, this was actually one of my very first PS3 games. This is Tom Clancy's Hawks. I absolutely loved this game. I just played this game so much. I actually almost got 100% on the trophies on this game. I put so many hours in this game. I absolutely love this game. This is the best game I could have gotten when I was 14 years old. Awesome game. Next game I have here, I was extremely let down with this one. I was really disappointed. This is Tom Clancy's Hawks 2. This game came out a couple years later. This game took a huge step back compared to the first one. The plane selection was terrible. The missions, it was kind of weird. The planes always turned to the left slightly. Graphics weren't as good, and I don't know, I was kind of disappointed. I played this one all the way through and beat it, though, and it wasn't the worst game you could have played, but I don't know, I would definitely avoid this one. If you want Hawks, get the first one. So the next game I have here, this is the original Dead Space. This game is absolutely awesome. I have nothing bad to say about the Dead Space series. They're definitely kind of on the darker side. They're kind of gory, but very fun, like, horror survival game. Definitely get this if you can. Big surprise, here comes Dead Space 2. This game was really, really awesome. Like, I literally could not complain about it. I had so much fun with this game. It just blew my mind how much fun this was. Definitely pick this one up for absolutely sure. I think this one right here is going to be like my favorite of the Dead Space series, Dead Space 3. This is the last one they ever did. I think this is the end of the story. But this game right here was my favorite Dead Space, not only because of the fact of how good the story got, and the fact of it was because this one actually allowed you to play with one of your best friends and play the entire campaign through. Had a ton of fun on this game. I've played this game all the way through twice. Me and Damon actually played this game twice together through all the way. Definitely pick this one up. You cannot go wrong. Next game I have here, I haven't seen any of these made since the very last one in 2012, but this game is MotorStorm for the PS3. This was one of the launch titles, and this game is actually absolutely fun to play. You can play it till this day. It still looks very good. It still plays very well. These were very well made racing games. Definitely pick this one up. Next one I have here is my favorite out of the MotorStorms. This is MotorStorm Pacific Rift. This game is getting very hard to find. This game is absolutely spectacular. Tons of fun. Car selection was so much fun. The graphics were great. Like I said, they were getting hard to find. You can find it, pick it up as soon as you can. Next game I have here, this one had mixed feelings with a lot of people, but I actually like this one. This was MotorStorm Apocalypse. This game came out in 2011, and I don't know if you guys remember, but they actually had a special PS3 TV that would allow you to play 3D split screen. What was cool about the split screen, though, was that each person had a full screen they were looking at, even though there's two different images. It was an amazing technology from PlayStation. This game was one of the games that played on that. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, it's not the best one of the series, but definitely give it a try. It's not horrible. Next game I have here, this is one of my favorite games. I played this all the way through with my best friend Damon. This one's Resident Evil 5 for the PS3. I absolutely had a ton of fun with this game. Only things I had to complain about was the fact that you can't run and aim at the same, shoot at the same time. You literally have to stop, aim, fire, and then run again. So that got kind of annoying. Played this one all the way through. Definitely a fun game. Do not hesitate with this one. Pretty cheap now. Pick it up if you can. Next game I have here, this game is definitely one of those really good games. You have tons of bang for your buck with this one. This one's Resident Evil 6. Now this one was really cool because it had multiple forms of the campaign. You could play this one over and over and over again. Tons of replay value, had lots of fun, good graphics. Awesome game. Now this one was a good game. It let me down in a few ways. This is Resident Evil Revelations for the PS3. What let me down with this game the most was the fact when it said you could play multiplayer. I was expecting to play the whole campaign with my friend. And unfortunately, it wasn't the actual campaign you were playing. You're just playing these little side missions and these kind of weird modes that they added in there. Disappointing, but the game itself was a lot of fun. Liked this game a lot. Now this one right here is definitely getting harder to find for PS3 now. This is one of my favorite games of all time, flight games anyway. This is IL-2 Stormovic. This game is absolutely spectacular. Tons of fun. I've played this probably 4 times over. Tons of replay value. There's still people online on this, believe it or not. This game's close to 9 years old. Tons of people still on it, and definitely pick this one up if you find it because it's getting really rare. And there's rumors that the second one's supposed to be coming on PS4, and we don't know when, but I'm very stoked for that if that's actually happening. Next game I have here. This was definitely one of those games that you'd have to know about to actually find the amazing part of it. But this game's called Birds of Steel, and this was actually made by the same people that made IL-2. This game played very well. I absolutely love this game. I picked this one up. I didn't really quite know because at the time the PS3 flight games were becoming kind of cheap and you didn't know what you're getting into. This game right here, if you find this one, definitely pick this one up because this game is absolutely spectacular. You cannot go wrong with this one. Next game I have here, this was extremely disappointing to me, unfortunately. This is Ace Combat Assault Horizon. A lot of people like this one. There's a reason why I don't. I've played the Ace Combats all the way since the very first one. And the ones before that had a lot better flight characteristics, a lot more realism to them. And they definitely kind of took a step back with this one. What I didn't like about it, I understand that they're trying to make these games now to where the point where anyone can play them. Because, you know, back in the day, you had to actually be pretty good at Ace Combat to play it. And the thing is, when you take this game and you give it to veterans like, you know, like me or anyone else that's played Ace Combat for a long time, this was too easy. They had a mode where you push both the trigger buttons and the plane would just automatically fly and you just shoot, and it kind of ruined the entire point because there's no skill in it anymore. The graphics were amazing. The story was actually good. The only thing that sucked, though, like I said, was they kind of handicapped everything. I don't know. It did not live up to the potential it could have had. So you know, it's okay. I don't think I would waste your money today anyway, but that's just my personal opinion. Next game I have here, this is kind of a rare one. This is actually a full-on flight simulator. This is Apache Air Assault. Now, if you ever actually wanted to control an Apache helicopter in a game and actually have some realism to it, this game was actually really good with that. A lot of people did not like this game, though, because it was too hard, because, like I said, it was extremely realistic. But I had a lot of fun with this one, and if you actually put the time to learn how to fly the helicopter in this, you feel like you've accomplished something huge. So definitely pick that one up if you like flight simulators. Next one I have here, this one is definitely, I actually had a lot of fun with this one. This actually worked with that 3D TV I was telling you about too. This is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier. And the funny thing with this game is actually it was supposed to be released in 2010 and it got delayed. Didn't come out until late 2012, and it was a little bit different than what we were expecting, but it was actually a really fun third-person shooter. And honestly, myself, I had a lot of fun with this, and as you see, it used the PlayStation Move as well. I tried it, and it was not that good, but like I said, good game, definitely pick that up. Next game I have here, this is actually a hard one to find now. This is Mirror's Edge for the PS3. This is actually one of those really good hidden gems, so if you guys find this one, definitely pick this up. Very different thing, you know, you do hardcore, parkour kind of stuff in there, excuse me. Very fun gameplay, very different, and it was just a whole new idea, and I'm very excited for the new one that's coming out soon. Now this game right here, if you guys like wacky, you know, wacky racers, this one was definitely my favorite. This is Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing for the PS3. This game right here came out in 2010. I played so much of this game. This game is absolutely spectacular. Pick this up, especially if you're a huge like Sega fan like I am. I love Sonic. Tons of fun. You cannot go wrong with this game at all. Next game I have here, it's actually still sealed, but I've played on the Vita, and I've played on pretty much all consoles. This is Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed. This game was a lot of fun. You could drive cars, it went to boats and planes. It was just kind of cool. They added 3 different ways to race all in one race. It was kind of cool. You guys will see what I'm talking about if you ever play it. This game didn't exactly quite live up to as good as the first one was, but this was definitely a great next step, you know what I mean? But definitely a good game. Don't be hesitant to pick this one up. You'll love it. Next game I have here. This game, very fun. I was super amazed with the graphics at the time. This was Crysis 2. Now this game at the time, when it was brand new, it looked like nothing other. The graphics were absolutely awesome. This was another one of those games that really showed what the PS3 could do, and holy crap, just a great series of games. Do not be afraid to pick these up. Next game I have here is a big surprise. This is Crysis 3. This is probably my favorite one out of all of them. This is the last one they did. This game, graphics-wise, is just spectacular. I mean, you know, at the time, I was so amazed at the graphics they could do with this game. This is actually one of those games that PCs have a really hard time running because it's so vibrant and a lot of stuff's going on. But definitely a great game. Do not be hesitant to pick that up. Next game I have here, this is Killzone 2. This came out in 2009. And the thing is a lot of people were a little bit disappointed because it wasn't exactly what they were expecting. But this game is definitely worth picking up. Lots of fun. If you like playing the campaigns in Killzone, you can still do that. I don't know how many people are still online on it anymore, but definitely pick that one up if you can. Next game I have here, this is my favorite Killzone probably of all time. This is Killzone 3. I remember when I got this when it was brand new, and I was absolutely amazed at it. It was so much fun. You could play co-op with your friends. It worked with the Move. This game was probably the best game that worked with the Move. Like, the Move worked really well in this game. But definitely pick this one up. It's not a bad game at all, and this is definitely probably my favorite top 10 games on the PS3. Next one I have here, this was actually my very first Battlefield I ever played. This is Battlefield 3. This game came out in 2011. I had tons of fun with this game. I didn't think I was going to, but this game right here had so much play value. It was so good. This was definitely one of those games that was not a bad $60 investment, if you know what I mean. Next game I have here, this is Battlefield 4 for the PS3. I actually really liked this game on PS3, and it was kind of cool as at the time, if you guys don't know, remember it, PS3 at the time was doing this cool special promotion with the discs where you could pay $10 and you could upgrade it to PS4. I actually did that with this game, and I played this game on PS4 more than PS3. Tons of fun with this game. I cannot complain about Battlefield 4. Awesome game. Next one, this is my very favorite video game genre, probably of all time so far. This is Uncharted, the very first one. This one I actually played after. The very first one I ever played was the second one. But this game I went back to and tried it out. This game was absolutely fun. You cannot go wrong with this. Love this game. Next one I have here, big surprise. This was actually my first Uncharted I ever played, was Uncharted 2. Uncharted 2 is probably the best one in the entire series so far. The fourth one's supposed to be coming out this year, but this one was my favorite of all time. Played this one all the way through probably 3 times now. I cannot complain. Definitely pick this game up. This is one of the best games on PS3. Next one I have here, this is Uncharted 3. And this game right here was extremely good. Very fun game to play. I wouldn't say it quite was as good as 2, but it definitely was it was a lot of fun to play. Don't be hesitant to pick this one up either. Next game I have here. So you guys know the last, good probably I'd say 10 years now, Sonic the Hedgehog has just become, every game they keep pumping out has just been terrible. I had completely lost hope, and he's been he's one of my favorite video game characters. But this game right here, I was really stunned with. They actually made a decent Sonic game in the new time. This game is called Sonic Generations. This game is actually a ton of fun to play. I was very happy with this one. This is probably the newest Sonic game that's actually good that they've made. This game's already 5 years old now. This game actually worked with that 3D TV I was telling you guys about. Holy crap, was this fun. You could play as the old Sonic or the new one. Every stage you could play the old Sonic in 2D, the new Sonic in 3D. I cannot talk about this game enough. Definitely pick this up. Last games I have here. These are another one of my favorite genres. This is Army of Two. Now the first one, I've played this probably 5 times. I cannot stop playing this one. I love this game so much. Definitely in my top 10 favorite games. Definitely pick these up. They're getting cheap, but holy crap, these are such a fun series. Next one I have here. This is my favorite Army of Two out of all of them. This is Army of Two: The 40th Day. This game right here is probably my #1 game on the PS3 that I enjoyed. Had tons of fun with this. The story was great. I had a lot of fun playing with friends, either on split screen or online. Awesome game. Everything you did in there was just absolutely smooth, and you just could not complain about it at all. Definitely pick that up. Last game I have here. This game was a kind of a disappointment for me. A lot of people say that too. This is Army of Two: The Devil's Cartel. This was actually the 3rd one that they made. I was actually unfortunately disappointed with it because they got rid of the 2 original characters. The new ones the humor was terrible. The controls didn't feel as good, and this one kind of turned into just nothing but a shoot 'em up, and a lot of people didn't like that because there was no teamwork effort in it anymore. And the story kind of made no sense, and the graphics seemed like they took a step back compared to the other 2. I don't know, it was not a very good Army of Two. It's actually, I'd say, the worst one out of all of them. But that's just my personal opinion, but I still played it all the way, and it was an okay game. So anyway though, guys, thank you so much for watching. This was my 2015 PS3 collection update, and we will see you again next year.
And then here is your white balance, video resolution, and slow motion. So we have 1080p, 60 frames a second, if you can see that here, guys. And we have 1920 by 1440, 30 frames a second. That's going to be really good. 30 frames a second on 1080p and 720 on 120. And it just goes down to 640 to 240 for that slow motion shots, which will be really cool. Okay, the next button, yeah, sets. Okay, the next thing you have here is your parameter settings. Let's flip it sideways. So you have power, supply, frequency.